to welcome you to Florida Hotbed in our first ever media day. We have here the Southridge Spartans, I believe. Southridge Spartans and Coach Pierre. Okay. We would like to have an opening statement of how your school, have you introduce yourself, and how the summer is going, and some expectations leading into next year.
Thank you so much. First of all, we'd like to thank Hotbed. Turn your mic on, Coach. First and foremost, we'd like to thank Hotbed for hosting this event and having this at this prestigious facility and having all the different media outlets here today to showcase the talent of South Florida. Like we express to our young men every single day, some of the most profound, hardest, disciplined football athletes, student athletes, arrive right here in South Florida. And so anytime we get a chance to showcase their work, their ability, their natural given, God-given ability, and work and ability that they've fortified in the work that they do. They put a lot of time, effort, and energy. And anytime we get to highlight that and showcase that and really expose it to the media and to the world, I'm always grateful for those individuals and the time that they put in doing so. We know how important this sport is mentally, physically, and spiritually to our young men. It's an outlet. It's a vehicle for their success in their future. So again, we'd like to thank Hotbed and their platform for spending time, effort, and money and resources to exposing their gifts and their ability that they have. Secondarily, our statement at Southridge Senior High School is developing great student athletes, and the goals are post-secondary education. We're going to have a great season. Our goal always is to win a state championship, district championship. Primarily, being on the south end of South Florida, anything south of the airport and Flagler, we want to dominate. That's one of our personal goals within our home as well, to go undefeated. But our primary goal is to be truly successful, and our vision is to accomplish something beyond just a high school degree and a state championship and district championship, is to go to college, is to be successful at that secondary level. And so they share that vision with me, and that's our daily goal. And, we pray on it, we work on it, and we have aspirations of that. It may not be all Division I, it may be Division II or FCS or even NAIA Division III junior college or prep school. But that's our singular focus every single day, to work towards something bigger than ourselves and to make sure that we're servicing our community and we're giving back. Yesterday, the Miami Dolphins were able to give back, for example, and we want to give back to our community, from South Miami Heights to Gould to Richmond to P. Ryan to Naranja to Florida City and Homestead. We want to be a beacon of what they can and can't be and what they should be as young men in our community. So that's our vision for our program here at Southridge Senior High School.
And you being a new head coach, I would imagine that's what you want to set the standard and the precedent as moving forward with your players, the younger ones coming up, and the ones that you inherited.
Absolutely. I mean, we believe the future is now. And like I always tell the young men, all jobs are open. Don't just think there's a senior there and that job is for that young man. All jobs are open. It's performance-based business. Those that perform, those that execute, those that are consistent reap the benefit. And that's how life, it's a meritocracy. Your work is going to pay dividends for you. So don't be afraid to outwork people. And so we're teaching them those things. We have a process in place. And that process we know takes time. So being there for a couple of months, instilling that process, that philosophy, trying to establish structure and making sure that we're setting each individual up for their individual success. What may be beneficial for A may not be for B. So trying to make sure that you spend time on every single individual. As we grow our program right now, we're in the 80s, and we know we'll probably expand to over 100 student athletes that are playing football this season at Southridge. But it's a blessing that you can impact that many young men that are students that want to have football as part of their life in athletics. So we're really excited about that challenge and developing that process to make sure that they can get to their end goal at the end of the day at Southridge Senior High School.
And we don't like to look back in the past, but I saw that it's been a rough couple of years. You went 4-6 last year, happened to miss the playoffs. What are some things moving into this season that you really saw the kids have taken some steps in terms of improving the record, getting better as a whole group, and things like that? And what do you think the expectations going into the season should be? You said state championship, but
absolutely, we're taking a day-by-day process approach. And even just doing every single thing to the best of our ability has been our discussion. And so we're definitely approaching it game by game, day by day, week by week. But we do have aspirations of a state championship. Even speaking in the lobby before we come in here, we're talking about, hey man, what classification or what's our district? what are the opponents. So we do have a vision in front of us. We're looking through the windshield, not the rearview mirror. But the past is some great things in the past as well. We're a program that has multiple state championships. We're a program that have young men in the NFL have traditionally had that, have a lot of guys playing on Saturday throughout the college programs. So it's great to look back at our program. We're one of those storied programs that has great tradition, that has great spirit, that has great energy. But the rear view is, the rear view is small for a reason, and the windshield is large for a reason. So we know the future is extremely bright, and we know the future is right now. So we have some, even today on this particular stage, we have young men from all classifications, from sophomores to juniors to rising sophomores, rising juniors, rising seniors, and we're excited about their future, which is immediately. And so we know college offers are coming. You know, we're going to be college eligible, making sure those things are happening for them. And also that we're going to have tremendous success. We have a great program. We try to feed them every single night, not just with food, but with words of encouragement. We try to support them. We lift every single day. We're training every single day, making sure we're going to be as prepared as possible. So, you know, our record is only one indication of our success, but we want that to be, you know, we understand that's what people look at first is our record, but we know that's one goal, but also making sure that every single college is aware of our success as well and our process to see if our young men fit what they're trying to do. And so we think we're going to be extremely successful this year on the field and off the field.
Okay. And, Coach, I would like the players to introduce themselves, those at the table and those in the back. If you can say your first and last name, what position you play, and what year you are.
Good morning. It's DeMar Charlton, class of 2023. I play quarterback.
Cameron Davis, class of 2023. I play linebacker.
Jaquan Reed, class 2024 athlete.
Jalen Tuma, class 23. I play DB.
DB. I would like to.
Jaden Miller, running back. Jaden Miller, running back, class of 2023.
Curtis Bryant, linebacker, class of 2025.
Jamarius Lewis, DB, class of 2025.
Gabriel Perez, class of 2023, kicker and punter.
This question is directed toward the quarterback. You had different head coach last year. How are you feeling going into summer camp, having a couple months on your belt, getting to learn the system and really moving forward? And how do you expect your offense to run, and how productive do you think it could be under your new head coach?
It was a tough change at the beginning, getting to learn a new offense. The receivers, Jaquan is here. The DBs, linebackers, they know how tough it is as a quarterback to know the routes, the coverage, what the O-line has, down the distance, how much time is on the clock, where we are on the field. So it was just a time thing. But I have it down packed. The coach has my back on it. But we're just ready to get the ball moving and play anybody that wants to step on the field with us.
And what are some ways Coach Pierre has really improved your game, not just on the field or in your life in aspects outside of the game, on the field? What are some ways Coach Pierre has really helped you?
He pulled me to the side, talked to me, and says, this is my team. I'm the leader on the offense. The guys have my back. I have to, as a senior in my last year, I have to help the young guys get to where I'm at and better than where I'm at.
Okay. This is addressed to, I believe you said you were a running back, correct? Linebacker. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, what are some ways you're looking, how is the defense looking going into the fall camps with games coming up pretty soon, and how do you feel you guys are gelling under your new head coach?
We're doing pretty good. We're looking pretty good. I'm just there to keep the guys' heads straight, making sure everybody know what they're doing, keeping them all in line. But other than that, I like our defense.
I hear a lot of paying it forward to the younger guys and things like that. Is that something that Coach Pierre really pushes across to you, and that's something that really will help the program grow in the future through the pipeline?
Of course, yes. You got to. That's the only way you get the team, the next guys that's behind you to get them better.
I have two more questions. One is with the transfer protocol. I understand that with the new laws in Florida, things are changing. Kids can pretty much go wherever they want and play how they want. What are some things that your school and program, this is directed towards you, Coach, some things your school and program are doing to keep your kids in-house? I understand some schools probably come, and then actually attracting talent as well.
That's such an interesting question. For me personally, my personal philosophy within myself and what I ask the staff to do is it's about servicing our young men. And so one of the nuances, and that's something that's been evolving recently, and I've had with a lot of my peers, is recruiting your own players. Making sure you have a connection with your position group. And as a position coach, and as we build our staff, the position coach is just not about X's and O's and drills and the result on the field, but building a true rapport with your position group to try to, be the best individual and model and role model and support for that student athlete. And if all those things marry together, this would be the best home for them. And if they don't feel it's the best one, and I think it may be beneficial for some to exit. So we're not, begging and crying for individuals that don't feel it's a great fit, but we do want to service every single young man that walks into our campus, into our program. From the uniform they wear to their practice clothes, like I said, to a post-game meal, to a hug and encouragement, but to discipline and structure, to an expectation as well. So it's going to be with love, care, fairness, and we know the game is a violent physical sport, so we're going to have to teach the young men to respond a certain way to execute and protect themselves on the field as well. But we want to also make sure we're servicing the individual true student athlete. And if we do all those things, we feel that we're the elite program for that young man. If they themselves and their family don't feel that we are, then there's other programs across the street and around the corner. And we'll see you on the field Friday night. But we know what we do. We know the time, the resources, the energy, and knowledge we have. We feel that we're elite. We're superior then, but and that's how we kind of approach that particular topic of transfer.
Well, that's all I have for you today. I really want to appreciate you guys coming to Football Hotbed. You and Coach Pierre bringing your players out. As I said, we have some pictures for you, so you can take some team photos, individual. But we really appreciate you coming out here and answering our questions. You have a God bless day.
Again, thank you. Thank Hotbed and the church and the service, the facilities, and the people that are recording and helping make this event happen for the first time. Thank you again for inviting Southridge Senior High School to your event.